Alright, onward we go. So let's see if we can solve this problem. Let's speak with Wu-Clamant to take on the next level 90 main story quest entitled The Feat of Reeds. Wu-Clamant is eager to help solve the Hanu's woes. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Let's hope so. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Anvil, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. Alright, let's go. So we're off to the east. So thankfully the rain has now stopped. And so much so that the skies have now opened up and the stars are out. Yeah, at least give these poor people a little bit of a break. But yeah, you would think with all the rain they've had, you would think that their reeds would be growing just fine. So, why aren't they? You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Are you sure you don't need our help? Give me strength. Let us all scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Okay. So, how's Lomi this evening there, Minuet? If you don't mind me asking. So, as we wait on an answer on that question, let's check out these wilted reeds. As Zanu Holly described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. Yeah, there are 4 different spots we have to look this time round. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. Well, let's keep going. Tarot cards. Oh, okay. The soil in the paddies is as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. And then once we double back, we find, above all things, a lethargic frog. Well, it is nighttime. Why is this frog lethargic exactly? A small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical, it doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Yeah, there it goes, it just trudges along. Alright. Let's cross this conveniently located bridge and reunite with Wook. Now let's say Alphanode, Aaronville, they're all looking over on this side. Let's reunite with Wook. Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Alright, bring them on over. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? Well, here's what I've learned. I agree. The waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? Polluting? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. Who among us could do that, though? I don't have much time to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seem lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. Yeah, it is pretty dour around here. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. What do you think is what they need? The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It is an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows, maybe fixing one problem could lead us to the solution for the other. Stranger things have happened and I don't know about that. Yeah, that does seem like the most random idea that could possibly have been said. Right? I failed to see the relation between festivals and fields. Yeah, no one else seems to be convinced. Let us not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Wuklamot's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. I guess we're gonna do what she wants to do. Thanks, everyone! By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Actually, we just so happened to come across such a thing. In that big building to the north? Let's go and see it. Alright then, so away she goes. And of course, Erinville is definitely having a what the heck is going on moment. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Oh, I thought you were already both on the same server. Yeah, I thought you already were both on the same server. And for a moment when I read that, I thought like you meant in real life. Yeah, like I said, I'm not armed right now. Let's run through the river on my chocobo. Well, good for you there, Minuet. I'm proud of you. As we return to the village, let's see if we can help out at all. So back to where we've been before, and be reunited with this fancy float. So let's see what's going on. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect the festival float. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a section and examine it in more detail with R2 or X. So let's have a look. Yeah, right out of the gate we definitely notice something is amiss. Yeah, it's right in the very start. Missing eye. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. And a big one at that. Then down here, should see snapped carrying pole. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this great big vessel without all the wild carrying poles intact? And then finally, bedraggled feathers. Yeah, those are definitely looking bedraggled. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors on the were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. So now that we've got that figured out and identified some of the problems... Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? Oh, hello there. What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame that it is in such a poor state. Due to the recent storm, I gather? Yes, we've had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No Ihihana. Ihihana! That's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs. And you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving into misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of the festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need aboksha for the missing eye, Uyapo wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. Yeah, I needed some water there. Thought it was starting to go on me. Two of these I know. Aboksha is the type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and Uyapoya wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however... The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics. And that's something of a problem right now, as is my throat. Oh. Yeah, good thing I loaded up on water beforehand. We Hanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated. And if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival floats. So what do we do? Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. Yeah, because they're like, go on. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. Yeah, what could it be? The float might also function as an arcane device. I wager the float is actually a secret weapon for smithing the Hanu's foes, or pray continue, Alpha Node. Because yeah, usually the way that these things go, we have the answers spoiled for us while we're trying to contemplate what a choice is. But yeah, should we just let Alpha Node keep talking? Need more water. Yeah, let me jump in. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. And we're trying to take it all in. A focus? For what? Oh, Ihihana is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean that the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float? A tool for magic? This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning it may not have well been, but after a good harvest year there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible! Yeah, the line we get has dawn now arrives. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihihana really does sound like the solution to all your woes. And I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alice and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Oak Honu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. At least we've given him a reason to probably distance himself from the rest of us. Because yeah, he probably is tired of all this gibberish. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. You got it. Not without me. I've worked so hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Linu Hanu. Nice to meet you, Linu Hanu. And certainly, let's all go together. Alright, so we know what we're doing next, so in order to complete the quest we need to speak with Kryl. Thanks to Rook Lamont, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said for following one's instincts. Well, let's hope it pans out, so let's take our nearly million experience points, 1044 gil, plus an item level 645 foot coffer. So, let's forge onward by speaking with Linu Hanu to take on the level 90 main story quest entitled A Well-Mannered Shipwright. Linu Hanu wishes to take you to the Shipwrights. The Shipwright's name is Wu Kivu. He's a Zabral who only moved to Kozama Uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanu Hanu greeting. We don't want to offend him right before asking a favor. A proper Hanu Hanu greeting. Oh, that one! Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Well, let's see if you do. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Oakbeck Bay, to the east of here. Oh, he's not actually gonna do it. She's not actually gonna do it. I wanted to see her do it. Well, maybe once we actually meet this man. Let's head off to the east. Is full goblin. I also like how hilarious the name of this location is outside of the settlement, that it's called Uyuyub, because for whatever reason it makes me think of Uwu, which is a popular term used online these days, so I've come to call this place as Uwu-Wub, which I think is a lot funnier. And I'm shocked that the people at Square Enix didn't decide to call it Uwu-Wub. Alright, Linu Hanu. This is Oakbeckby, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozama Uka from Turiolol and elsewhere are welcome to live here amongst the Hanu. As for Wu Kivu, he lives and works in the House of Waters High at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Okay. Let's continue eastward and do some climbing. That's by the guard standing here. So here's the tree that he was talking about. And as you can see, this convenient staircase is located all wrapped around the tree. So up we go. And as you also notice, these days when you ride on a chocobo or any mount, you can actually see me leaning as I steer. It's a cool feature, and I'm impressed that they came up with this as the added way to include more dimension into riding something. Alright, here's our man of the hour, Wookivu. Hello there, sir.
What do you want with me?
Yes, sorry to wake you up so early in the morning. But we'd like you to help us out.
Right. The greeting.
You can do it, right?
Ohok Kali!
Did it work? Apparently, yes.
Oh, Kali!
Yeah, you have much more enthusiasm. Yeah, I believe these two Zabral have reached an understanding. Yeah, let's put our hands down.
Good. You brought your manners with you.
And so now that we've done that...
When you know Kanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before.
Oh? Yeah, maybe proper introductions are in order?
You're Wuk-Lamat.
Oh, never mind, you already know who she is.
Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wuk-Evu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
What do you mean? Sir?
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
Will not? Keep your head.
Wow, that escalated quickly. Jeez.
I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
Well, yeah, it escalated quickly one way, then escalated quickly the other direction. Maybe also that's why that explains the goofy music.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials.
Aw, man.
My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
10 days?
We can't wait that long.
No, we can't.
If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
Yeah, I think we do need to resort to doing that.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such
Yeah,
things.
calm down, dude.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
Yeah, I think this guy has issues. Yeah, Surf, we need you to focus here.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Oh, wow. We actually lucked into this? I don't even think she was aware that she was on to something. Yeah, look at her face.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo.
Yes, please.
We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Alright. Cryle?
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
Thank you. Yeah, we can always use the pointing in the right
That
direction.
should save us some time.
All right, then. Let's get moving.
Oh, but meanwhile, we've been spied on by someone representing Zeralja. And he's hustling down the stairs, trying to get out of view. Meanwhile, Bakul Jaja is over here. Oh, actually, no, this guy is actually with Bakul Jaja.
Chosen One, one of your rivals is making progress.
Yeah, when I saw Blue Lizard, I was thinking, oh, you're with Zeralja. But no, he's with this freak.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Yeah, what are you four up to? I would say 5, because this one guy has 2 heads. Alright, Linu. Cave Kikitula is southwest of Okhonu. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. Alright. Back to the village we go then. I still do need to make use of these 10 Aetheryte tickets I've accumulated. Alright. And since we can never be too careful, I'll have to make sure to change into battle gear in case things really go awry. Plus, we can also talk with the Alpaca Keep. And we'll speak with Cryle. Yeah. It's situations like these where you can really get the idea and gauge how the size of a Lalafell compared to every other type of race in Final Fantasy XIV is. And just how much Linu towers over Cryle. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Alright, let's go. Yeah, there are just some times when you can think to yourself, man, you can really gauge the size of one character in comparison to another. And I was right to be armored. Get past that Rhino Beetle, run across the river. Yeah, these rivers are flowing fast for obvious reasons. So once we get over here, let's go ahead and speak with Linuhanu. Cave Kikitula, as promised, home to deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw Abokisha by its green hue glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. Alright. We're going in. Here we can see fireflies hanging around in here. We do have some various spots. We also have an ether current for getting the chocobo to fly. Upon closer inspection, you can find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the water. And we get punished by having to resort to combat. So, yeah, definitely glad I suited up. So, might as well, while we're in the neighborhood, up ourselves to the ether currents. There we go. So before I went on air tonight, I also picked up the various ether currents that I could access in Ukapacha. I picked up all 5 of them, so I only need 5 more. A shiny pebble catches your eye, but its coloring is gray rather than green. And more punishment. Yeah, take this. I'll teach you to give me trouble. Shame I don't get any experience points for fighting these things. Now over here. You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of material Linuhanu was looking for. And thankfully, nothing to fight afterwards. So let's see what Linuhanu has to say about this as we go back into Uwu-Wub. In fact, Kral has reunited with him. I picked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Indeed I did. Is this good enough? Yes, this does Zabokisha. Along with Kral's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. So now that we have them, he would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Ihihana. But when that big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Ruklamot's request despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Yeah, that gives Kral a reason to smile, and me too. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please, rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. Let's hope we can all make it work well. With that, let us return and deliver the Abokisha into Rukivu's waiting hands. And hopefully he can make something good for us. Alright. Let's go back over to our bipolar Jabral. Because yeah, let's face it, that guy is bipolar. Because the way he switches from seeming absolutely assertive to being freaked out that much, yeah, that's definitely the impression I get of that guy. You know, I'll have to pass by the village in order to get back there. Yeah, it seems like we're off to a good start as far as getting this thing rebuilt. As we continue on through Uwu-Wub. I love the fact that I can refer to this place, this area, this part of Kusama-Uka as Uwu-Wub. Keep the Mata-Mata off my back. And pass through Okpekbi. And climb up that fancy tree. Past my Muljaw standing guard. Hopefully he's standing guard to keep an eye out for those freaks of nature who seem to have their eyes set on something that we have. Also, we have a Aether Current I can pick up. I'm in the neighborhood, so why not? There we go. Alright, now up the tree. And so once we get to the top, we shall find out what exactly we can get out of the crafting of Mr. Wukivu. Just how good is he at fashioning the stone that we need. And Wook, we're back. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyuyupo. What of the Apokisha? Well, how will this do? Is this sufficient? Yes, these are excellent samples. A goodly quantity, too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow. But not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Let's hope you're right. Now to get to work crafting these pieces for the floats. I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uyuyupo's conductivity. Kral? Then I'd be delighted to help. Yeah, I knew she would pitch in. Everyone else should head back to Okhanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. Alright. So while you two are helping each other out, let's head on back to Okhanu. And enjoy the beautiful music while we're at it. Alright, battle gear no longer needed. So let's head on over. And so, back at the float, let's speak with Wuklamat to complete the quest. Gathering the Uyupo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wukivo criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, I've spoken ill of the third, promised I must punish myself, and proceeded to slam his head into an Uyupo tree. Even though you told him not to? I told him not to worry about it, again, and it was like snuffing out the candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the pods and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. And so while we're waiting for that, let's take our nearly 1,000,000 experience points and 1,389 gil.